How you doing, guys? As promised, here is the answer portion to that question and answers video I posted a little while ago, a few weeks ago. So some more people sent in questions this time around. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 people. So 2 more people than last time sent in some questions this time. This is probably going to be posted a tad late. Couldn't be helped. Been very, very busy at work. So it's just been eating up my time. In fact, I just got off work. Stayed late this morning. So excuse me if I'm not very lucid as I answer these questions. If I seem to drift off or meander or, well, at least more so than usual. Alright, so the very first question was asked by Expos Fan Forever. And he asks, what beers do you drink on a regular basis? And what is the worst alcoholic beverage you've had? Any category. Alright, what beers do I drink on a regular basis? St. Ambrose Oatmeal Stout. It's my favorite beer. I have that all the time. I never get tired of that one. I love that. Propeller Porter. Mill Street Tank House Ale. And usually it jumps around from different stuff from Garrison as well, like the Garrison Red and Pump House Red, Garrison Brown Ale. It's generally really flavorful go-to session beers. Tends to be what I drink the most of all the time. And worst alcoholic beverage I've ever had? Oh man. I think it's a tie. The worst experience I ever had was with peach schnapps and vodka mixed together. Me and my best friend, he's into bartending. He was a bartender for a while, and he was like, we'll make this drink called Silk Panties. All you need is, I don't even know if this is the actual recipe for Silk Panties or not, but all you need is peach schnapps, vodka, orange juice. I was like, alright, let's do it. Sounds good. We didn't have enough money for orange juice, so we had peach schnapps and vodka. We mixed those straight and drank them. And, whew, ever sick. Actually, that's not the worst experience. The worst experience, I'll go into that some other time. It's a longer story, but that's one of the worst experiences, and I didn't like the taste of it either. It was crap. Peach schnapps and vodka. Oh, I still can't smell peaches, taste anything peach without, getting a little bit of a gag reflex going on. The other one, Golden Glow, hard cider. Used to be a staple here in the Annapolis Valley and all through Nova Scotia. It's discontinued now. Used to come, I think it was either bought up or used to come from the Yost winery in Truro. It was terrible, just terrible stuff. You got in a 1.5 liter bottle. Back in the day when I was drinking it, only cost like $9. Then it went up to about $11 or so at its highest before it was discontinued. But man, cheapest drunk. I don't think there's a scant few younger person in the Annapolis Valley who hasn't had it. A person my age or slightly older. So that's your answer. Golden Glow, thankfully you'll never have to suffer that one. Next, Sofa King Drunk 66. I'm sort of a beer reviewer myself. I do all my reviews one after the other, ending in a suitably refreshed state of mind. How many beer reviews would you do in a sitting? Have you ever been so drunk in any that you just didn't post it on YouTube? I've gotten pretty sloshed. Like, if you want, generally it happens when I'm reviewing, like with my brother doing the duo reviews, because then he'll goad me into drinking more beers. He's like, let's do a beer, okay, let's do another one, alright, let's do another one, and another one, and another one, and so forth. Like, if I'm just doing it myself, I'll do maybe, when I first started out, I used to do quite a few in a row, but right now, if it's just myself, I'll do 1 or 2, and I'll try to keep it at that, unless I got like a big beer mail that I want to get through. But yeah, generally, I'm usually just buzzed after I do a couple reviews. I usually do 2 or 3 in a row, but if I'm with my brother, I can get pretty close to drunk, and you can actually detect it in my voice when I'm doing my reviews with my brother. It progressively gets drunker, but I don't set out to do that. Like, it's just the way it happens. And have I ever been so drunk that I didn't post on YouTube? No. I've never been drunk on YouTube as far as I can recall. I don't think I've posted anything like that. The only thing I don't post on YouTube is if a video like doesn't turn out right. Like I look at it again and I'm just not happy with it. Like I just go on and on a little too much about something, or I just sort of pause too much, or say or like, or stupid words in place of a better educated person's words, and then I won't post it. Like I just did a review for Jameson Irish whiskey, and I'm gonna have to redo that one because I didn't like how it turned out. Some people might have actually caught it briefly because I uploaded it last night, but then I took it down like moments afterwards. I didn't like it. All right. I think again one. Alright. Just curious about your top 2 favorite beers from NS and your top 2 for the rest of Canada. And he also wants to know what's my... I think this is, he asked this question, I think he asked this question twice. I'm just including them both in the one big question anyway. I think he forgot to say Nova Scotia and Canada the first time, but so I'll just go top 2 favorite beers from Nova Scotia. Geez. If I'm including in seasonals, Sea Level, their Mojo Rojo Red Ale is fucking phenomenal. Propeller Russian Revolution, I can't get enough of that, man. Just as high as quality beers go, those would be 2 I would name. What in my top 2 for the rest of Canada? Ooh, Jesus, I've had so many beers out of different places lately, mostly from Ontario and such. But a lot of stuff from Bose that was sent to me was friggin' awesome for Brew by Me. Okay, I will say the Red Racer IPA, that was phenomenal. That was fucking awesome. I'm not even a big IPA guy, and that was wow. Helps that it had a redhead on the can with her skirt blowing up as she's driving the bike. But yeah, that's an awesome fucking beer. That's from British Columbia. Jeez, I'm just trying to think of. I've had so many damn beers. I know. The St. Ambrose barrel-aged oatmeal, their barrel-aged stout or whatever it was, the one I reviewed a month ago or so that Dale, Brew by Me, sent me. That just knocked my friggin' socks right off, man. Just blew me right away. And my top 2 favorite beers and my bottom 2 beers. My top 2 favorite beers of all time. Changes all the time now, man. KBS. KBS, and which is the Kentucky Breakfast Stout from Founders in Michigan. That was sent to me by Daniel, the Endosymbiosis. That was really good. That amazing, fucking amazing. I wish I could get that all the time. Likewise, 1050 Imperial Stout, just bam, just blows me away. Friggin' awesome beers, ones I need to have all the time. My least 2 favorite beers of all time, holy crap. Corona is definitely one of them. I fucking hate Corona. It's not just the bland taste, like, it's not necessarily offensive in taste or anything, but just the whole thought of it, just all the bullshit, the marketing. I loathe Corona, and I guess I'd have to say the same thing with Budweiser. I fucking hate Budweiser. What can you say, man? There's worse tasting beers out there, but I just generally dislike Budweiser. I dislike any beer that would proudly call itself the king of beers when it's so decidedly not. All right. Next question, Mr. Grim Viking, Big Dave. Okay, a question. Can you get Gun Geek and Dog on a Rope to have a cage match over a bottle of mint beer? I could tie stakes around my brother's neck and let the dog go at him. That would be fun. I would film that. That'd be entertaining. I don't know if there's any mint beers around. Actually, I think Chad says they're making one in Nickelbrook, some sort of mint beer he might send my way at some point. But yeah, very funny. And the mint joke does not die yet, apparently. It's going to keep going and going. Of course, I'm to blame for that partially as well, because I keep bringing it up. HPK121. What's your favorite macro brewery beer? Oh, interesting. I have to think about that for a second. My favorite macro brewery beer. Well, I'm assuming you mean like a big company, like, and I assume you mean like not necessarily a craft brew, like just like a real big mass-produced beer. You know, I gotta say, I'd actually take Dos Equis Amber, like that. I guess that's a macro beer. I would take that any day of the week, man. That's just a really damn good beer. That's like one of the exceptions to the rules of bland macro breweries. I mean, this is the same. They also make their regular Dos Equis, which I don't particularly hate or anything, but it's not good. It's not great or anything. And but Dos Equis Amber, that's actually really good. That's an awesome macro beer, actually. Okay, Youth Regenerator. Okay, question. Xbox or PS3? Xbox. Second, in New Brunswick or Nova Scotia? Or New Brunswick, Nova Scotia. Nova Scotia, yes. I've been to New Brunswick. It's nice, but I like Nova Scotia. It's a pretty fucking decent province, I'd say. And there's less French people. That's gonna get me some hate. I'm just fucking kidding. Calm the fuck down. Take a chill pill. My French friends. Last one. Canadian whiskey or Scotch? Scotch, definitely. Canadian whiskey, there's some nice Canadian whiskeys, but Scotch just blows Canadian whiskey right out of the fucking water. Actually, funny enough, I've got a review coming up of the only single malt Canadian whiskey that's in production, the Glen Britain. I'll be doing a review of that here very soon. It's not Scotch. I mean, there's no difference from it between it. You know, it's brewed it's distilled just like Scotch is. Same thing, single malt, whatever. But they actually had the Scotch Whiskey Association frown on them because their name sounds a little too much like an actual Scotch brand name. So anyway, you'll see that. You'll see what I think of that whiskey here very soon. Mike Eklund. Or Mike Eklund. Okay, sorry about that. I was reading it totally fucked up. Which type of whiskey do you like the most? Scotch, Irish, or bourbon? Scotch, hands down. I haven't had a lot of Irish whiskeys. I've only had a couple. Like I said, I got a review of Jameson coming here soon. I have had quite a few bourbons, and I really like bourbon too, but Scotch beats it out. There's just... I'm not going to say Scotch is more complex than bourbon, but generally it is. You take any 10 Scotches and you put them up against any 10 bourbons, then generally you're going to have more complexity, more flavors in the Scotches overall than you are the bourbons. But there are some bourbons out there that are as complex or flavorful, if not more so, than some of your common Scotches. So it's a real toss-up, but I prefer Scotch. Here's a question for the Q&A, and this is from Mad Max Star. What's your favorite bottle opener? And another good question could be, do you have an empty bottle collection? Sadly, I am growing another empty bottle collection. It's mostly because of you, Brew by Me, and the Albino Rhino sending me so many awesome beer mails. Like, there's just so many, some of these beers have just been so friggin' awesome that I can't part with the bottles or the cans, and it's getting really out of hand, and it's a problem. I'm going to have to find a spot for them here soon. I've got them on one of my bookshelves right now, and that's not working out very well because I have a lot of books too. My favorite bottle opener, my favorite one's that little one you'll often see me use in reviews. It's just this sort of vintage bottle opener. It's, you know, just your standard bottle opener. I like it because it's small, handy, fit in your pocket. Go, you're done, you open the cap, none of this fancy BB Barfly stuff or anything like that. I mean, BB Barfly looks nice, and I have actually had the guy send me a message saying, would you be interested in buying one, but I have no interest in buying one of those. I don't really care about bottle openers all that much, as long as it works, right? So, and this vintage one I have has like schooner beer on one side imprinted into it, and then on the other side it's got Olin Export IPA. So apparently Olin's had an IPA at some point. Pretty cool, just kind of neat to have an old bottle opener like that and see some brand of beer you never heard of before. And finally, from Dennis LD, he's got 2 questions for me here. And he says they're both about glassware. What's your favorite beer glass right now? Ooh, just right now at the very moment, I've been using the one the Albino Rhino sent me, the Blanche de Chamblay glass. And it's not particularly even a glass that's shaped like in a way that I prefer. Like, I like tulip glasses better, right? I think that goes towards the next question. Well, sort of. Yeah, I generally like tulip glasses, like snifters, stuff like that, right? But I really like that glass. I've just been using it a lot. The Blanche de Chamblay glass that the Albino Rhino sent me. It was very, very cool of him to send that to me. And I actually drank some Blanche de Chamblay last week in it. But yeah, that's currently my favorite. Eventually I'll rotate to another one. I'll probably go back to my St. Ambrose glass. That's a fucking awesome glass. It's just a pretty glass, and it does a pretty good job for taste and aroma. And okay, and we'll go to the second question here. What is the most versatile piece of glassware you own? That's probably my oversized wine glass. You see Zach Avery in his videos use that almost exclusively for all of his reviews, and there's a reason for it, because it fucking works. I mean, it does the job. You can basically review almost any type of beer in that. It generally works pretty well. You can get full aroma, full taste. I also really have a fondness for my British Nonic pint glass with the little notch in it. That's pretty damn good. Okay, so those are the questions. I hope you guys are all satisfied, and maybe we'll do it again here sometime. Probably not anytime soon. I think some people missed out again on the question and answer thing. Too bad. You're just gonna have to wait for quite a while now. Probably a few months before I do another one this time around. Alright guys, we'll see you again here soon. Bye-bye.